The situation as it stands at half-time is not good enough for Liverpool. Galatasaray 0, Barcelona 0, Liverpool 1, Roma 0 means if the scoreline remains the same, Roma and Barcelona are the teams that will qualify. Lima and Batistuta are the two players who've been replaced. And number 9, Vincenzo Montella, came on as a half-time substitute against Barcelona 3 weeks ago when it was 0-0, scored the second in a 3-0 win and hasn't stopped scoring since. 4 goals in the Rome derby against Lazio, another couple at the weekend. But Risa is looking for a second Liverpool goal here, and they have a corner instantly. Heskey will be joined by Hupia, by Xavier. Jonan Arisa will deliver from that left-hand side. Liverpool now attacking the Kop end as they like it in the second half. Header away is by Tomasi. Carragher looking for Risa again. Unable to connect with him at the second attempt. But David Pleat Roma clearly are looking now for a goal to get themselves back into this match.
Yeah, it's a far more aggressive looking line-up with Del Vecchio playing on the left forward, receiving the ball now. Montella on the right and Totti going to play further forward.
Liverpool have to try to keep them out. Only Bayern Munich conceded fewer goals than Liverpool in the competition so far. Mind you, Real Madrid are the only team to have managed a 2-goal win past Roma in this competition. The only team to get 2 goals past Roma in this competition so far this season. Liverpool have got to change that. Totti, it's curling. Right down the throat of Jerzy Dudek.
Well, I think Xavier was pleased that he had the shot because there was a little overlap on his outside there. Del Vecchio had gone on the outside of Totti, gave him the angle to shoot, of course. But I think Xavier was worried that they might get a 2v1 on him.
Risa giving it a good clean. Aston Sau standing right in front of him. Header away is by Panucci. Gerrard trying to keep the move alive, but it's fallen for Totti. Unable to keep it in.
It's a firm pitch, it's quite a fast pitch. Had a strong bounce and Candelar certainly couldn't cope with that one.
It's a very, very good pitch too this time of the season. Gerrard to Lippmann. Xavier up to Heskey. Good control and eventually hacked to the ground by Walter Samuel. Heskey will require some treatment. Samuel's former teammate Cristiano Zanetti said at the end of last season he's the hardest player I've ever seen. A terrifying sight in the weights room, apparently. Not too pretty out on the field, is he?
Yeah, I saw him play in Argentina and he looked at Colossus, an absolute certainty to be one of their many young exports. There's many, of course, queuing up now to follow his path, particularly with the financial situation over there. Massive strength and of course left-footed, very good in the air. Shrewd signing by Roma.
The Kopites doing their best to suck the ball towards that goal. Heskey does not require the stretcher which came on and looks like he's going to be able to resume. He'll have to wait for the free kick to be taken. Hupia and Xavier are forward. Jonan Arisa. Header away by Emerson. Murphy. Gerrard was out there, but Candelar intercepted. Totti looking to help it on its way immediately to Montella. Risa has helped it on its way to Heskey. Back with us.
One of the rare occasions when Liverpool have been forced to play it back. Usually there's always a forward option.
Tomasi. Assunção to Totti. Now Condola joining in. Seen off by Herpia. Littmanen to Heskey. Now Risa.
Very interesting tactical switch. Risa on the right-hand side this half.
Heskey taking on Samuel. He has got cover from Aldair, but only at the expense of a Liverpool corner. Veteran Brazilian defender seeing off Emil Heskey. He's still suffering a little.
There's that power to explode, and he left Walter Samuel there. Slowly winning the hearts of Anfield.
Every contribution by a player in the red shirt being recognised by those who follow them. Risa takes in towards Gerrard. Just bounced off Aldair. Risa blasted into the side netting this time. A little wasteful. A little anxious, a little excited. It is an exciting situation.
Risa now gone back to a left-hand side midfield role. Gerrard central, Murphy on the right. A successful trio in the first half. They won the battle against the Romans.
Not too many Romans on the field.
Isn't the one?
Del Vecchio's goals have just dried up of late. He hasn't scored for Roma since October, partly because he's been asked to fill in on the left-hand side. This is the man who scored for Italy in the Euro 2000 final. He is an out-and-out centre-forward by trade. Good control from Spitzer under pressure. Looking to run at Samuel, who managed to block the cross. Herpia to Gerrard. Littmanen back to Gerrard, just came to him in a rather lively fashion, but he couldn't quite bring it under his spell.
Well, there's Gerrard, one of two Scousers on the field. International game. I think we heard at half-time someone suggest that UEFA hopes the crowd support the game in the spirit that it's meant to be played in. And the competition includes players from 51 countries.
Here's a Brazilian, Assunção. Run away from Montella, hasn't quite got to the pace of the game, which is incessant. Samuel and Panucci playing their way out of trouble. Tomasi, Totti, Assunção.
This is a more rhythmic Rome side now. Tomasi playing central and getting involved, making an extra player in there. Very much three at the back for Rome.
Condola. Totti just tried to slip it back to Condola. And now on to Assunção. And back into Totti. Oh, the deflection favoured Liverpool. Oncho managed to smuggle it behind. It was a move from Roma full of zip and zest.
That was quite a clever ball. I think he lost his angle there, Assunção.
The Brazilian will take the corner. Dealt with by Gerrard. Tomasi. First of the ball, Spitzer. Samuel has managed to rescue it though for Roma. This is Totti. In towards Del Vecchio. Early clearance by Dudek with Risa in pursuit.
A friendly Norwegian nudge. Is he Norwegian?
Panucci finding Del Vecchio. Condola. Totti. Gerrard got to him. Samuel's header. Calmly for Panucci. Beautifully steered into the path of Del Vecchio. He's turned away from Xavier. Caught by Murphy, was he? Referee playing an advantage, Condola. Murphy has the final say, and Liverpool have the throw.
Well, Smeesa hasn't started the half as brightly up front. He's been forced a little bit deeper. Littmanen too is coming a little bit deeper. And with Roma's more attacking instincts being shown in this half, Liverpool are just being thrown onto the back foot for the first time in the game.
Manchester United's position at the top of their group looks secure. They lead 3-0 against Boavista in Portugal now. David Beckham has added to the first half goals from Blanc and Solskjaer from the penalty spot. As things stand, the group is still conspiring against Liverpool. What they need is a goal from Galatasaray or Barcelona in Istanbul. Either would do. Goal for Liverpool here at Anfield would too. But it's Roma who are threatening more since the break. Tomasi. Hooked away by Hurpia. Carragher though only as far as Tomasi. Assunção with a cross. Dudek comes to claim and loses out. Montella tries to head goalwards. Dudek, having floundered, managed to get enough pressure on the man who's trying to beat him. Heskey trying to beat Aldair, pulling him back by the shirt and eventually pulling him to the ground.
Now Sporting Heskey.
He's 36 now, Aldair. This is the last of his 12 seasons with Roma. He will move on in the summer. And we're talking about a defender who's played in the last 2 World Cup finals. His credentials excellent.
Over 300 games for Roma and over 80 Brazilian caps. Been a great player.
Risa's free kick. Towards Littmanen, who won it in the air. Hurpia trying to claim it. Improvised the best he could. Some afters there with Samuel. Assunção cut down by Smeesa. Sami Hurpia really fired up tonight. He felt he was impeded here by Samuel, number 19.
I don't think Hurpia has a particular good case there. It was interesting to see Smeesa, as soon as that ball break, he's made the foul on the far side on Assunção, how quickly he got back to cover.
Heskey's header towards Smeesa. Beaten to it in the air by Panucci. Smeesa. Run off it by Emerson. Free kick goes Roma's way. Totti managing to hurdle on show. Slipped on towards Montella. Xavier with a good cover. Liverpool having to defend at the stretch now.
Well, Totti got a bit lucky there. Xavier did a good job. Got a lucky rebound there in midfield, Totti. Clever little reverse pass, but Xavier read it well.
Kondola. In towards Del Vecchio. Well, Liverpool are still a goal shy of their qualification target. If Roma were to equalise, they would have twice the job on their hands. Capello called Liverpool one-dimensional before the first meeting in December. I think his opinion of his opponents will have changed tonight. Maybe his opinion of 1 or 2 of his own players is changing. He could only be Italian, couldn't he? Gerrard with an important challenge on Tomasi. Gets it back from Risa. Feeds Littmanen. Now, can he pull the strings for Liverpool? Yes, he can. Risa lets his shot away, and Tonioli managed to make a save. Important stop. Lowered down by the man who did save a penalty from Michael Owen on this ground in the UEFA Cup last season. Only Littmanen's penalty has got past him so far tonight.
Yeah, terrific power. He really packs a punch, does Risa.
Packs a long throw too towards Hurpia, who was just levered off the ball by Panucci. Cleared by Aldair. Montella. Murphy's got it back though. Risa again. The whole group is on tightrope here. Gerard Houllier still looking a rather gaunt figure, but totally immersed in the drama of the night. And inspiring another chorus from the Kop. An hour gone. Now, was this a foul? Maybe halfway down the field it would have been. Lippmann to Smitsa, couldn't quite gather it. Asuncao, Tomasi. Gerard got in a challenge. Great news from Istanbul. It's Galatasaray 0, Barcelona 1. And that changes the whole feel of the group, because if Liverpool win and Barcelona win, it's Barcelona and Liverpool who go through and Roma who go out. Liverpool's progress in the competition is looking good again. Lippmann, Smitsa, Gerrard making a run ahead of him. Here's Steven Gerrard offside.
I think he spurned an opportunity there, Smitsa. I think he was on the run. The ball was running kindly for him when he tried to play Gerrard in. Could he have had a poke? I think the crowd realising now the situation.
Xavier, Smitsa, Murphy. Reece has made a run down the centre. Gerrard has the ball. Space for Carragher. Lippmann going all over the field, looking for the ball. Clever back heel, defeats Tomasi, who is yellow carded. Got a couple of those here last year, Tomasi. Sent off in the closing moments.
Gorgeous skill.
I'd fall over if I tried that. Murphy will take the free kick. In towards Heskey! Liverpool 2, Roma 0. That's the scoreline they need. Emil Heskey's towering header has put Liverpool within touching distance of the quarter-finals.
Well, it was a massive jump by Heskey. He threatened that in the first half in non-important areas. There you see him climb. Look at that wonderful leap. He held his jump, he got it down. That's a goal fit for a king. It's a massive one for Liverpool. Smitsa was off the field at the time. Got a lovely surprise when he looked up after tying the laces of his boot change. Saw the ball nestling in the net. What a sight.
Well, Emil Heskey's equaliser in Istanbul 3 weeks ago, just 11 minutes from time, was valuable to Liverpool. That goal could be priceless. Headed by Aldair is only as far as Lippmann. On goes Heskey, cleared by Antonioli. Fantastic effort by Liverpool tonight.
Well, there you see all the worry in Antonioli's face as he came to clear that ball. Heskey, who seems to get knocked from pillar to post. There's a massive header.
Murphy, Smitsa, Gerrard. Well, Emil Heskey is the one Liverpool player who has started all of their Champions League games this season. And that is his most important contribution of the season. Reece has kept it in.
It'll be interesting to see if Capello changes his tactics. Can he change his tactics?
It was a foul by Xavier on Del Vecchio. Yellow card for Abel Xavier.
I don't think you can tackle at that pace and from behind in that area and expect to get away with it.
Panucci. Assunção. Tomasi exchanging with Montella, but the cross is too long. There is one Italian enjoying this match, Claudio Ranieri, because Liverpool are putting so much in. They face Chelsea here on Sunday. But here's Risa. Panucci just managed to get a toe on the ball. It is a corner kick, but there are a lot of Italians here who are not enjoying themselves. Liverpool are seeing to that. Risa with a corner. Heskey jumping again and tumbling over Aldair. Couldn't quite reach the ball. Litmanen. Header away by Tomasi. Came to Assunção. He didn't have the time he wanted. Hurpier almost got to him. Totti. Roma trying to keep their nerve, keep their heads. As things stand, with Barcelona winning in Istanbul, it's Roma who are heading out here. Samuel. Into Condola. Now Totti. Condola. Totti goes on. Crossed into Montella, but somehow Hurpier got to him and Carragher hooked it away. Fantastic chance for the hottest forward in Italian football at the moment, but Sami Hurpier blocks out the line in front of him, and look where he got to it from.
Fabulous work by Totti.
Assunção with the corner. Towards Aldair, it's Hurpier again. Panucci. Too long.
Well, it's no game for faint hearts.
Roma preparing to introduce yet another attacking player. The bright young thing of Italian football, Antonio Cassano, just 19 years of age, will replace Assunção. They paid a world record fee of £17 million and more, a world record for a teenager, that is, to bring Cassano from Bari at the start of the season.
Saw him play last year, you know, Clive, and he was absolutely anonymous. And the surprise was there was other English people there, and they couldn't believe that they were going to pay all that money for him. It'd be fascinating to see what he can do here tonight. Certainly the man he's replaced, Assunção, was a rather peripheral figure, I felt, playing wideish on the right in this second period and not really contributing to Roma's attacking strength. So great opportunity for Cassano.
His first contribution is to buy a free kick over on that right-hand side. Christian Panucci will take it. Didn't quite reach Samuel. Del Vecchio, forced away by Carragher and then by Risa. Aldair. Del Vecchio. It's a good cross. And a good take by Jerzy Dudek.
Very supportive crowd. They know their football here. Aware that Dudek is handled not at his best tonight on a higher ball. Took that comfortably and the crowd responded well. Straight swap. Cassano has gone out to play wideish right.
He's a volatile young man. He's upset the Italian under-21 coach Claudio Gentile, which is not a very wise thing to do, judging from Gentile's reputation as a player. But he's back in favour, having walked out on the Italian junior squad a couple of times. Other end of the age scale, Aldair, only as far as Xavier. Smitsa. Ran into Condola. Didn't emerge the other side with the ball.
Just wondering where Liverpool may get an extra reserve of energy from if they need it in the last phase of the game.
Offside.
Have Baros, the young Czech, on the bench who played quite well in Barcelona last week. He could come on. Just seen Smitsa have a lesser time in this half. He did take that knock in the first period. But the most important thing for Liverpool is to defend properly. We will see Gerrard shielding his two centre-halves more now. If there was a plan, It couldn't be better than the way it's worked.
Liverpool can win by 2 clear goals here. It does not matter what happens in Istanbul. It doesn't matter to Liverpool, it'll matter to Roma. Gerrard. Littmanen. Heskey. It's a throw in to Roma. Totti has really tried to influence matters in the second half. Murphy to Gerrard. Heskey. Extravagant. Well, the Liverpool players have been saying that Phil Thompson has been boring them with stories of Europe past, and the man on the right there, David Fairclough, scored one of the most famous goals in Liverpool's history in a similar circumstance. The 1977 quarter-final against Saint Etienne here. Came on as a substitute and got the goal with 8 minutes to go then. They've got a little bit more time to see out here if, in Phil Thompson's words, they are to stage Saint Etienne 2 on this ground. It's amazing, really, for a club that's won 4 European Cups. That fixture is embedded in the folklore of Liverpool Football Club. It's often the way that a match which perhaps supporters of other clubs wouldn't represent as being the greatest moment in a club's history is certainly one of the greatest here, and they've drawn on the memory of that tonight. It's been every bit as dramatic.
No major movement on the Liverpool bench. Still got the shape. Smith on the right-hand side, more or less of a 4, with Murphy and Gerrard in the centre.
Cassano has had the decision go against him there. He was looking for another free kick. He was penalised for handball or diving, maybe both. He did get caught by Carragher, in fairness. Got caught on the way down. Littmanen's header. Aldayer's clearance, only down to Gerrard, who's been immense. Murphy with the snap volley.
Here's Murphy, left foot, bit ambitious, never really got his non-kicking foot anchored.
His birthday was yesterday. He was 25 yesterday. Speaks is still full of tricks. Murphy into the path of Carragher. Liverpool still full of running, particularly this man. Gerrard to Murphy. Guided into Littmanen. Now Smitsa. Heskey's pulled wide to the right-hand side. Smitsa still going through his repertoire. Littmanen was tumbled by Samuel. Liverpool still have it. Smitsa unable to link with Murphy.
Another good forward run by Murphy. Still looking for those third-man runs when it comes back. And it's played back. One of the midfield players always looking to go in between. It's broken up the back 3 of Roma on 1 or 2 occasions.
I'm sure it's been something of a surprise element in the Liverpool approach tonight. One of the allegations levelled at them that they don't have midfield players running past their front men. They've had midfield players running every which way tonight, and Gerrard's on his way again. Cassano. He tried an impossible pass, and there were easy passes on.
Poor delivery, not appreciated by the coach.
Xavier, Gerrard, Murphy. Risa was being held by Tomasi.
He was looking to get on the inside, wasn't he? And there's no question about it. Tomasi was a little bit clever there, clever in as much as he got away with it.
Been clever, he had another yellow card to his name. He can't check Carragher's run because of that. Antonioli will deny Liverpool a corner. this goalkeeper has not been on the losing side in Champions League or Serie A all season. 33 appearances. I think that's going to change tonight. Samuel to Montella. Flag is up. Totti will have to come back.
Well, there we see the little flick. I don't think there's any doubt about it. He's just offside. Roma supporters very mooted at the moment.
Champions League live on ITV tomorrow night. ITV1, Arsenal's Night of Destiny in Turin. Juventus versus Arsenal, we begin at 7:30 on the Sport Channel. The other game in Group D, Deportivo La Coruña against Bayer Leverkusen. Tomorrow night, live on ITV. All the details of that available on the ITV football website, itv.com/football.
The Roma change hasn't helped them. They haven't gained any more rhythm or indeed any more threat. It's still Liverpool who are the strongest team, I think.
But the threat is implied with the attacking players that they have on the field now. Here's one of them, Cassano, forcing a throw-in from Herpia. Cassano paired in an all-Italian four-man attack now with three current internationals. Here's one of them, Montella. They've been scratching their heads in Italy and wondering how Giovanni Trapattoni is going to find room for all three, but Totti jumping into Xavier. There's a certainty to go to the World Cup in the side.
And that was a certainty to concede a free kick. How he thought he would get away with that. He's certainly not jumping for the ball.
Sign of frustration, desperation. Risa. Really straight at Antonioli, but either side of him would have been interesting. Looked like a foul by Oncho on Totti, but the referee was well placed.
Liverpool very much 4-4-2 now. Littmanen joining Heskey.
He's looking for Littmanen. Heskey still rubbing his head. Gerrard forward to Littmanen, no flag here. Littmanen trying to force it on. Gerrard had gone the other way. Bonucci has time. Totti. Heskey, a good front line of defence. Nice ball from Aldair though into the path of Del Vecchio. Fed into Montella, but instead it's Emerson who's first to it. Wouldn't quite sit down for Emerson as he tried to change feet and get the shot away with his left.
His first touch was great, wasn't it? His second touch just eluded him. Wasn't that a fine ball?
Totti looking to turn. Oncho was having none of it. Del Vecchio back to Condola. Now Emerson. It's all very, very tight in the close quarters. Cassano, Condola. Del Vecchio, Cassano. Now they found a little bit of space for themselves. Del Vecchio with a cross. Too far for Montella. Tomasi arriving, trying to keep the move alive. Through the legs of Risa. Carragher is there. Goal kick.
Well, possibly Tomasi's irresolute play deserved better there. When Carragher knocked it against him, it flew over the byline, much to the relief of the Liverpool supporters. There we see him. Clever play against Risa. Went in determinedly. Carragher got the benefit of that challenge.
Just to recap, it is Galatasaray 0, Barcelona 1 in Turkey, Luis Enrique's goal. And that means that any kind of Liverpool win, as things stand, will take them through in second place in the group behind Barcelona. Samuel with the rather comical headgear to protect his cut head, although I wouldn't like to be the guy to tell him it was comical. Liverpool have a free kick in a promising position. Amazing, isn't it? No Italian winner of this competition since 1996. No Italian finalist since 1998. No semi-finalist the last 2 years. No quarter-finalist last year. And the last remaining Italian team in the competition are teetering on the brink here. Gerrard hits, took a deflection of Samuel. It was on target until it hit Samuel. Liverpool have the edge in all departments. Jon Arne Riise with the corner. In towards Hupia. Samuel's clearance. Headed by Smitsa. There is a flagger against Litmanen. Oh, what a night this has been for Gerard Houllier. Phil Thompson has held the fort so sturdily for his manager throughout the last 5 months. Houllier trying to sit and be as calm as I'm sure all his medical advisors, the men who saved his life, have advised him to be. But how can you be calm on a night like this? A flag on the far side will help. For the man who let the Reds out last season, well, with the benefit of a rather dubious offside.
Very difficult, that one, for the assistant, because it was such a long ball. To see simultaneously the moment he struck the ball and the actual movement of the player across the back line is the difficulty that all assistants have. And of course, when it's such a deep ball, it becomes even more difficult.
He let the Reds out last season. He has, with his reappearance, lifted them to their greatest moment of this season, or very, very close to it anyway. So far, that is. This is where the season took off a year ago.
It is indeed a massive emotional moment, and I think it's that emotion and the adrenaline that's with the players that's maintaining these 10 outfield players on the field. Remember, tonight they've made this performance such an attractive one without Haman and without Owen.
Against the Italian champions, against the Italian league leaders.
Only 6 minutes for Liverpool to keep strong. They'll never walk alone is the famous anthem here. And the crowd is responding. So difficult to get an exact scoreline in any game. You know coming into it that you need a 2-0 to get it. That takes some doing.
They've got it now. Can they keep it? Roma goal here, a Galatasaray goal in Istanbul, it all changes. But it needs those two eventualities to deny Liverpool as things stand. With very little of this dramatic night remaining. Aldair. Swept into Cassano. Carragher scanning strong again.
Biscan looks as though he may enter the fray.
Igor Biscan, the combative Croatian international, being readied by Gerard Houllier, who's issuing the final instructions. Clearance by Riise. Anywhere will do now for Liverpool. Anywhere out of the danger area. Igor Biscan has not been involved since the 4-0 defeat at Chelsea 3 months ago. By Litmanen. Oncho and Hupia being immovable again tonight. Just a loose piece of turf moving Hupia momentarily. Tossed forward by Murphy. Heskey will chase. Samuel will deal with it.
I think it'll be Smitsa or Litmanen possibly who'll come off. They'll probably need the legs.
Montella. Aldair. Just stripped by Smitsa. scorer of the goal, which set Liverpool on their way. Nerveless penalty by Jari Littman seems a long time ago now. He is replaced by Igor Bišćan, the Croatian international. We'll be hoping to play against Italy in the World Cup finals in the summer. Tomasi. But Roma are running out of ideas here, and they're certainly running out of time. And Fabio Capello may need that offer of a job from Barcelona the way things are going. The irony would be that it looks like Barcelona could be about to deny Roma a place in the last eight. Liverpool have a free kick right on the edge of the Roma penalty area. Yellow card for Walter Samuel. That would put him out of the quarter-final if somehow Roma would reach it.
Looks there as though he's had an unhappy night. Liverpool will want to retain that unhappiness. They haven't got long to go.
You won't want to see Emil Heskey in Sapporo in the summer. You'll have seen quite enough of him tonight. Now, is there a big red cherry to stick on the top of the Liverpool icing? Can they ease the nerves and make it 3? Murphy or Gerrard? It's Danny Murphy. It's deflected as an appeal for handball by somebody in the wall. I think Totti put his arms up. Tossed back in by Oncho. This is Risa.
I think someone in the Kop also appealed, as well as someone in the wall.
That's a terrific pass from Carragher and a good ball from Risa. And Liverpool trying to introduce an air of calm to the night by keeping possession for these critical last few minutes. Risa just losing it though. Throw in. Tomasi and Totti went for the same ball. Risa tackled by Emerson. Liverpool throw. Last of the 90 minutes. Liverpool want to make another change, maybe with an eye on the clock as much as anything. Risa.
That's not a bad ball with a few seconds to go. I'm sure that Risa didn't do that on purpose. But as soon as that ball goes over the byline, everyone's back. Liverpool at the moment have 8 men between the halfway line and their own goal. Smeesa, the second man to be changed. Not surprisingly, started the game very, very well. I think he surprised people with his movement, and certainly as he combined with Heskey early on. Second half hasn't been so easy for him, but he's still been a hero.
Montella, Cassano. 2 added minutes to play. That's how close Liverpool are. (2-0) is the scoreline that they dreamt about last night. 2-0 is the reality right now. Kondola, away by Hopia. Gerrard. Tossed forward by Samuel. Totti jumped into Oncho, he's been penalised.
The 2 Liverpool central defenders have been absolutely colossuses tonight, if that's the correct phrase, because they've been so strong, always tried to stay on their feet, never tackled recklessly. Given very few free kicks away around the edge of the box, and we know how many experts Roma have on dead balls. They've played so well together, always been close together, covering for each other. 2 mountains.
Free kick to Liverpool. The last seconds tick away with the scarves raised aloft on the Kop. As of old, it's been a standing area again tonight. It's got a familiar look for those who remember the great conquest of this great team in the 70s and 80s. And this team, who just won the 5 trophies last year, are still on course Welcome back, Gerard. A famous victory, a full-blooded victory, a victory they will still be talking about in years to come, and a victory which takes Liverpool to a seat at the top table of European football. They are in the elite last 8 of the major competition. That trophy that they've held aloft 4 times in the past is still within the grasp of Gerard Houllier and his magnificent team. The second goal from Emil Heskey, adding to the early penalty by Jari Littmann, cast aside any thoughts of what was happening elsewhere. Liverpool have done it on their own. Their first victory in the second phase of the competition is their finest victory of the season. Liverpool 2, Roma 0.